Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Monday Novice fight with the Propagandacast. Having looked through the replays, I've sort of noticed what actually needs enlightenment. In this case, it's the British versus Wehrmacht matchup, which apparently does seem to be causing some confusion to some people. At least amongst the novices, of course. So let's have a look at what's going on here. We are seeing the British commander Mattlak999. Usually one would imagine either German to have sort of been doing that. Opposing him, though, shall be AxistoVictory. Already here, I mean, he's sort of, not quite fully controlling his pioneers. Otherwise, he wouldn't have let that get that far. But, immediately rushed them to where he needed them. And he's then proceeding to build his Wehrmacht quarters in the right side and then send these pioneers all the way to the west. Why not them? I mean, those would have been closer then. I mean, again, not really good conservation, or, well, generally not very good. The British commander, on the other hand, starting out with an infantry section first and not upgrading them, using them to cap. I mean, again, you used a lieutenant to do that. He would have walked faster for starters. That would have mean a lot faster progress right here on the right. So again, it doesn't quite make any sense. We are seen taking out a Bren carrier, no lieutenant as of yet. Reconnaissance chaps continuing westwards. First unit out for AxistoVictory, from the Wehrmacht quarters, is the Volksgrenadiers, of course, who are fighting with another bit. We're seeing the 43rd Infantry Division. Opposing them shall be AxistoVictory with the 16th Luftwaffe Field Division. I know they don't look like Luftwaffe, but use your imagination. Society does end up fighting a bit like them. Anyways, advancing right towards the center, secure the points there. British heading eastwards. He's packing up his truck. Again, he's so far not really connected any territory or any sort of worth over here. So what is he exactly doing? And of course, that's going to be another problem. I mean, you don't get resources as long as that truck's moving, except manpower. You don't get fuel, you don't get munitions. That can really put you back in regards to your opponent. The pioneers are continuing here. Well, it looks like what it's doing. The Bren Care moving up. Looks like it might be trying to pick up some British troops. The Bren Care used as an infantry transport was also a scout vehicle. And there we go, all ready to go. Lower skates. Volkswagen securing the center. We are seeing an MG42. Not entirely sure what it's doing. Again, why it's not supporting anything. Just watching a piece of land. Not really doing much. Pioneers here running into the Bren carrier with some Brits in it combo. And these pioneers are not doing well. Come on, Axis, get them out of here. Or are you the Axis to losing men pointlessly? Apparently so. And taking the point. And of course now, while that's happening, of course the truck's going to be doing absolutely nothing for quite some time. So again, that's even more when there's nothing happening. I mean, a really aggressive Wehrmacht player could really have done a lot more than already now we're seeing with, of course, AxistoVictory. Why? Why did he go for these points first and then connect it? AxistoVictory, get your head into it. I mean, so not really good at all. But again, Manchak's not really thinking this through either. Finally getting the point. Of course, now he's going to set up the truck. No, he's first going to move it even farther. Why did you then place it up there, you complete and utter disgrace? Well, Volkswagen's going here for the munitions point. Where's the MG42 to cover them? Cover them, Axis. Cover them. Instead, we are going to use the infantry reconnaissance section moving in. Again, 800 manpower being floated. Finally, the headquarters command truck is up. Finally, he's also getting fuel again. I mean, you really should have had that earlier. MG moving up. About time. Volkswagen saying losses getting pushed away from munitions. And of course, this point wasn't even connected either. Come on, training a lieutenant. And there we go. Recon section suppressed. About time. Other Volkswagens moving in.
Losing an ammo point.
And wiring off this area, which of course can easily be broken by the Bren carriers. Not really like that's going to achieve a lot. But at least a more coordinated. Why are you taking the point? Shoot the Brits, mate! Shoot the Brits! Priorities! Priorities, for heaven's sake!
Losing a second.
Oh, for heaven's sake. I mean, this man clearly doesn't have his priorities right. He's not capturing the point in the right order. He's taking points while under fire instead of dealing with the enemy. Oh, dear. Not really confident in this bank, of course. Now the recon section is running straight through his base. We are only seeing 3 units out as such. Of course, 1 Pioneer Squad also down. Now these troops are just hanging about doing nothing. Again, movement. Don't just stand about doing nothing. Again, huge novice mistake. Always ensure your men are doing something. If they're not taking points, for example as the Wehrmacht, then have them lay down barbed wire and sandbags. Don't just stand about. Field support truck on the way. I mean, so far rather light startups from either player. Going straight up for the next bit of the tiers.
They're going after one of our munition stores.
Why on earth are you putting your MG in that shit? AxistoVictory, note the windows. Always note the windows. It will only be able to cover this approach if the British player for some bizarre reason decides, oh well, I'll just walk around here. Your MG42 is useless. Come on, man. Do try to do better. Casualty claim station going up for Mattlak near the front. That's alright in fact. At least he's sort of realizing he might not be able to sort of keep all his men alive, so at least he's trying, well, safe, so at least he's going to do his best to keep them back and of course get perhaps some more infantry station. That's at least alright. Not completely disgraceful. Let's just speed this up. More barbed wire here. Again, what purpose? What purpose? Not porpoise. Points being secured here. Wire off again. Kampfkrieg barracks up. Running into the Vickers machine gun and place. Not like that's a huge secret. MG covering here. Right, I suppose, but again, I mean, if your opponent decides to be a bit, you know, devious and move up here, it rather becomes pointless. Access. Bren carrier with a Bren gunner squad in it, moving up. Pulse gun is nearby. Could be having a Panzerfaust off. Grenadiers arriving. Bren carrier pulling back. Reconnaissance section moving up. MG running away, and there we go, Panzerfaust on the Bren carrier, knocking it out. Even losing one of the fellows in it. We are seeing a lieutenant, but he's following the recon. Why follow recon? Follow the infantry section. These chaps are not in a good condition. They won't be able to really be able to fire upon these troops either anyways. Oh dear. But again, I mean, we really are seeing a lot of, you know, the basest of novice mistakes, and again, that's partly what the novice day fight is here for. So of course, you know, don't watch it if you don't like stuff like this. More infantry arriving. Brits getting pushed back. Simply too many German soldiers. Although again, standing about in the open versus a Bren gun. I mean, it's a light machine gun. It can actually do damage, and can in fact do a lot of damage if you're not careful. So again, cover. In the meanwhile, we are seeing the field support truck, and he's floating an ungodly amount of resources. Mattlak, don't. Or Mattlak, whatever, but still, do not be floating resources like that. And with a captain, why don't use him to take some points? I mean, again, pretty much any other player would have him running about taking points from the enemy. You, on the other hand, left your captain to stand about doing absolutely bollocks. That is not good play. Pack up. Troops standing about again, doing nothing. Push, for heaven's sake. Push. Vorwärts. Du Idioten. And yes, I am getting a bit rough, but again, I mean, really. I mean, this is really something I haven't seen in a long time. Yet people insist on sending in this to me. I mean, again, so I hope I don't scare them off. But again, I mean, why did you send this in if you're not expecting, of course, to get absolutely tongue-lashed? But I mean, really, again, standing about doing nothing. Kampfkraft, again, move it. Move it. You've got troops standing about doing nothing. You've got 4 infantry squads doing absolutely nothing. And again, the Brit player's not really doing an awful lot either. He's moving in a Stuart light tank. And again, why is he attacking here? Why is he not trying to go for the rest of the entire bloody map? Why does he want this spot so close to the opponent's base? It's pointless anyways. And you're moving in a Stuart right here again. Why? Why are you attacking here? Go for here. There. Everywhere else but here. And you insist on sending the Stuart further in, Mattlak. What are you up to? And and AxistoVictory has gone defensive. Defensive. You don't go defensive against a Brit. You go something like terror blitzkrieg. There we go. Stuart down. Went down to the Panzerfaust. Finally. Sturm Armory on the way. Will he at least send some pioneers up to salvage it for munitions? If he has anyone left. Now they're being sent on a mystery mission towards the west. Another Stuart ready. Not really confidence inspiring. At all. And again, the Wehrmacht players just saying about why not wire, why not mine, why not salvage? I mean, there's a lot to salvage again. Why not bloody well move? Still advancing towards the center, clearing out that barbed wire pretty easily. Brenko to go down as well. Again, he should have been doing this earlier on. And again, AxistoVictory should perhaps have defended a bit better. Now he's getting lots of LMGs. Well, I can't necessarily argue against that, although a Panzer would also be nice. Trends going down by getting cancelled. He's just move up those Grenadiers. Los geht's. Vorwärts. Nach Kampf. Come on. So far, I'm not really seeing any access to victory. I'm just seeing a passive guy. Move it. Vehicle veterancy. Why? You've got a pack. Yes, it benefits, but not hugely from veterancy 1. Why not just get more for infantry? And why not attack here instead of giving the British player time to dig in? Oh, for heaven's sake. Where did you learn to fight? The Somme? World War I? I mean, come on, we're in World War II. Leg it. About damn time. But again, I mean, such things have to be shown, such things have to be discouraged and pointed out why. Assault going in, Panzer being equipped. Again, remember to stand still. The MG42 is not a moving weapon. Don't move up right in front of the tank. And the Bren gunners. Stand still, stand still. MG5 raking the Brits, doing sort of alright in some cases, but these Grenadiers need to get out of there. Get out of there, please, for heaven's sake. Rückzug. And of course, Vickers up to cover this area. Stuart goes down. Grenadiers need to get out. They can't do more while they're suppressed. Get out of there, get out of there. Again, I mean, don't hang about in these situations when you're under fire getting suppressed. Just retreat. Gonna be a squad down with an LMG. Again, retreat, press T or something like that. Unit preservation. Clearly not really where this Axis player is excelling. And this LMG gunner has bugged up. That's one of the other things again with the LMG. The gunner can really get some problems in from time to time, although I've never seen this sort of bug. But again, retreat, retreat, Rückzug, Stellungswechsel, something, just get out of there, don't. And there he's just lost 2 Grenadier squads and handed over an LMG-42 to his opponent. That's not something you get an Iron Cross for. That's something you get sent to the Eastern Front for, if you're lucky. If not, they'll just shoot you on the spot. My command track moving up. Setting up a mortar emplacement close to the front, perilously close. Why? Again, why? Why? And again, why are you not bothering towards here? Again, an absolutely incredibly passive showcase from both players. Again, how you do not play Company of Heroes.
Yes, sir. Clear the breach and get ready to load.
Bunker down there. Folks going to get move and...
Here.
Oh dear. And now we're seeing a Churchill arriving, so of course it's going Royal Engineers. Although so far there's nothing royal about his performance. Grenadiers with another LMG. Though again, sending them in with only a pack to support. Okay, so false Grenadiers in placement down but cancelled. Firing away at the mortar in place with a pack. Pack getting mortared, strangely enough. Oh dear, might he actually be trying to attack from another angle? Hooray! Finally something a bit sensible. Yes, clear out the MG. Oh, the mortar emplacement. Come on, yes, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. Getting suppressed though, Veteran 2 up, more grenadiers. Grenade against the mortar emplacement, clearing it out. Jolly good, but get out of there. Get out of there. Retreat, there we go. Finally, he seems to be retreating. Gold will get those grenadiers out. Can they get unsuppressed? And then he proceeds to march them right in front. Is there some sort of problem here? I mean, the MG emplacement continue. It's going to suppress you. And note, Veteran C2 grenadiers are actually faster suppressed. I repeat, faster suppressed. They do not gain a suppression resistance bonus, as some people seem to think. Only Volksgrenadiers get that, and that's not really huge in the first place. Handshake and LMG, just get those Grenadiers out there instead of getting them killed! For heaven's sake! I'm going to get horse of this. If that's... yes, I think that's how it goes so well. Is it... oh well, I just sort of wondered if that's how you say when you lose your voice. That's oh, never mind. More, yes, more weapons, good. But again, get some support, get a mortar up, get a half tank. I mean, simply, if you get a mortar, smoke it, run up some pioneers with the flamethrowers. This would be absolutely no problem. Instead, you're just rushing in infantry towards it. Again, where did you learn to fight? Have you been bothered watching my episodes before sending in replays? This is absolutely how you do not play Company of Heroes. No cover, rushing in troops from the front, I mean... and of course you've got 3 Brits with light machine guns. One of them an LMG-42 tank from your own men. And that's not what you want to be doing. And again, why did this Churchill not move up? Oh no. And yes, my apologies to my other viewers, of course, for watching this. But again, clearly some of you are in need of watching this and hearing this being said. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to be doing this or having to be watching this. And again, suppressing the Grenadiers with all this light machine gun fire, clearing out the pack. Grenadiers not doing too well again, getting quickly suppressed due to it. And of course, Churchill then arriving with a surprise. The Churchill being a pretty heavy infantry tank, that was the British concept. It was a sort of an infantry support tank, as the name sort of revealed, to sort of clear out heavy positions and such. And apparently it was actually the first Allied tank to knock out a Tiger, and that happened in North Africa, was it Tunisia, and that was apparently a Churchill doing that. 17-pounder gun up. Panzer IV on the way, but again, we're not really seeing any sort of other movements. I mean, Christ, he could be attacking the main British base and knock it out without much resistance. Instead, he's running his head into a wall. Again, do not do this. Try to attack elsewhere. Find other spots, like, say, that very, very, very undefended British headquarters. Instead, we are seeing the troops of the 16th Luftwaffe Field Division being fed into the Meat grinder for no apparent purpose. He's not, and the British player hasn't even recruited his mortar emplacement. Why? And of course the British player could have taken that pack and used it himself, but no, instead he does the opponent take it. Oh dear, he could at least have mined it. Let's return to the British player, Mr. Mattlak, who's again floating 1200 manpower.
Can we get on with it?
Yes, can we get on with it? Can we please get on with it?
We're netted in and ready to receive. Go ahead, send the
Panzer IV pack.
Get ready, crew.
And get that Panzer IV out of there. That's a 17-pounder gun. That's going to knock it out. Panzercheck pack fire against the Churchill. Sappers repairing it. And if you'd recruit that mortar, you could have been bombarding this position, for heaven's sake, again. There seems to be absolutely no situational awareness or anything. And he's still got Pioneers and MG42 hanging about here. Has he even bothered upgrading this bunker? No, he hasn't. Medic bunker, MG bunker, nothing. And this still hasn't been salvaged. Still. Panzer IV down again. Why didn't you retreat it? Unit preservation again. Another grievous novice mistake. Unit preservation. And this is rather an old British mistake. That is essentially just going heavy on the emplacement and thinking that will win you the war. It won't. It will support your infantry, but you still need forces to fight. Finally recrewing that mortar, but now it's too late. Now there's nothing for it to really... Oh. Good lord. I'm sure there'll be many comments being angry at me, but that's sadly, again, I'm here to educate, however brutally, and clearly it's very needed here. Very. Again, unit preservation, just get it out of there, and again, get some artillery up, get a half tank, get some rockets on it, get a mortar, get a Nebelwerfer, anything. Don't just send infantry enter emplacements. You absolute codswallop. And again, the captain's doing nothing. Nothing. At least in the British players to at least consider getting a howitzer emplacement up to support this. And he's still floating resources. He's still got troops standing about doing nothing. Move it, mate. This is the Queen's Jubilee, so get moving. Panzercheck rocket doing terrible damage to the 17-pounder gun. Another in place, bunker up, but again, no upgrades. Why get a bunker up and don't upgrade? And again, Grenadiers rushing into the MG, getting suppressed. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Oh dear.
Take a victory point.
And now he's getting Bren carriers of all things. Bren carriers again. Where's the infantry? Again, why are you standing about with troops doing absolutely nothing? Move it, mate. And again, all three squads pinned. Access to victory. I'm again not really seeing much victory. Just you losing a lot of men pointlessly. Going in here, pack exposed, of course. Grenadiers rushing in with full Grenadier support, forcing away those sappers, those naughty, naughty sappers. Trying to lay down an emplacement then, of course, while the enemy's attacking. Again, priorities, know when to do things, know when to not do them, like when the enemy's there. We are seeing Bren carriers moving out with infantry section in them, not sure what they're hoping to achieve, and we are seeing a Panther out for access to victory. Generally, I mean, the sort of choice I had for the Monday Novice fight really wasn't much overall inspiring. It was either this or another game where the opponent went even heavier on emplacements, or one where the opponent basically just spammed Rangers. Not really, again, an inspiring crop for this week's Monday Novice fight. At least from what I can tell, again, so many replays, I can't keep it all on. Panther Veteran 2 charging into this, of course, nothing to stop, because again, Mattlak has not prepared himself for armor whatsoever besides that one 17-pounder gun emplacement. He's had plenty of resources. He's not even bothered equipping one sapper squad with PAs. But again, he had the armor command truck. He's not even used that. Why? Why not? You could have had Fireflies, Cromwells, Staghams out a lot earlier and could have done something. And then no. Nothing at all. Wait until that machine gun emplacement is cleared out, Axis. Timing, mate. Wait. Brits moving in here. Again, this machine gun emplacement is achieving absolutely nothing. In fact, it's losing to that MG. And again, note, wooden sheds do not provide a lot of protection. Fun fact. And he's getting more infantry sections. He's equipping them with Bren guns. Yeah. I mean, he's clearly not going to get the Victoria Cross. I mean, if he was an actual British commander, he'd be remembered about as well as the guy that helped Singapore against the Japanese. He was not remembered well. Rushing in right in front of the LMG, right down the Bren carry again. Oh dear. Bren up. Grenade against the Brits, so that's going to do something. LMG also doing a nice job. Could be the loss of this. No, they actually get away. Center, though, has been reclaimed by the Germans. North also held. Again, should have been a greater push. And Brinker trying to desperately get out of there. Wishing he can get a transfer away from this fight quickly enough. Away from Mattlak's command. Vickers machine gun emplacement just left to stand out in the middle of the bridge. A monument to Mattlak's designs. Finally getting some armor out. Troops standing about here doing nothing as usual. Same applies to AxistoVictory again. Or AxistoVictory, whatever. But I mean, I sort of hope I've given people the sort of idea how not to play the Brits, how not to play the Wehrmacht against the Brits, but the general also how not to play the Wehrmacht at all. Way too defensively. Way too passively. Now moving in his Firefly unsupported against a Panther. Why? Again, why? Panther getting hammered by two Fireflies, but again, note, not really the purpose of a Panther. Guards, West Infantry screen, and why not some artillery? Oh dear.
Now of a grateful fatherland and glorious struggle, honor and blood.
Infantry free for the armor and the infantry. That's going to help a bit. Although I'm pretty sure Mattlak's doing his bit to, of course, make it easier. Now we're seeing a mortar emplacement here. Why? It's not going to be able to do much. Oh dear, why not a howitzer? And now a Vickers? Jesus Christ. I mean, again, more emplacements are not going to win you the game. They're going to help you, but not going to. So again, why he's insisting on doing that when he could have begun something to attack the opponent is absolutely beyond me. And again, the Wehrmacht players are also standing about doing nothing. Now getting observation posts. No artillery support again. Captain's doing nothing but drinking tea the entire game. He's going to hate tea by the end of this if he survives. I mean, I bet he'd get killed somehow thanks to Mattlak. despite him being away from the front line the entire game. Flak going up to protect this central area. That's going to help a bit. Now charging across in one huge block without left enemy. Of course, they'll be easy, slow targets. Flak fire, machine gun fire from the Grenadiers. Grenades getting locked before the fatherland goes up, making this even harder. And of course, Fireflies now getting hammered. Again, where's the artillery? Oh, right, there is none to support in advance, which could have helped against that flak, but too late. Firefly up in smoke and fire. Troops getting suppressed again due to essentially all this machine gun fire from the Grenadiers and the Panther. And they took heavy losses while doing so. The Grenadiers also suffered a bit. Clearly, though, not enough. Then again, not to let them suffer for access to victory's mistake. But again, he's not even moving away his Firefly. Finally, he's going for a 25-pounder gun. Finally, I mean, why didn't he bloody well get one earlier? Well, this is pretty much just a disaster. A nightmare. Again, not how you play this game. So again, please, you killed my... No, you got them killed, mate. Trust me. You got them killed. Bit of artillery. But generally, trust me, as long as you just promise me never to play like this, I mean, I won't show anything like this again on the Monday Novice fight. Just promise me. Promise me you won't ever play like this and then send in replays of it. Please. Otherwise, I will show it again on another Monday Novice fight. Trust me, I will keep showing it until you learn it. Yes, I can be a bit mean too, because again, that's what the propaganda ministry is about. It's about teaching you how to play, of course, also entertaining, which is rather what the rest of the week is about also, but for heaven's sake, this is just deplorable. Oh dear. And Panther getting attacked, of course, not doing much damage. This, of course, the Firefly is getting hit by the flak. Nice heavy rocket barrage shattering apart the Brits. Not really a surprise there. And again, why didn't he retreat when he saw the red smoke? Unit preservation again, absolutely non-existent with these two players. Now getting another 25-pounder gun, and again just sticking to the one simple, let's attack down one very narrow path towards the enemy. I mean, come on.
25-pounder, go ahead.
Don't you learn from your mistakes? You've just refrained from doing so. And another hopeless charge. Troops getting absolutely battered, and there we go, GG. Though wouldn't call it GG, but there we go. A horrible, horrible lesson to all you players on how not to play this game. I mean, we really saw all the cardinal sins. Not being active, I mean, really huge passiveness from both players. Terrible priorities, I mean, constantly not going for the right points, not getting things connected, standing about while taking points, while under fire instead of dealing with the enemy. And we saw just basically just hammering your head into a spiked wall. I mean, attacking down one very narrow path and not trying to take other points. Units which stood about the entire game doing nothing, floating resources like a maniac. Terrible, terrible, terrible unit preservation. I mean, for heaven's sake. You've got the entire collected generals of World War II turning in their graves. And you managed to turn World War II into a terrible, terrible version of World War I. That's how bad it was. So there you go. Hope if some found some enjoyment out of this, good for you. But I bloody well hope you learned something from this. I sincerely do. Of course, if you felt like you could have done better, feel free to send in a replay. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers. Hope you don't get any nightmares.